Hi, welcome to Gadgets 360. By now, you've probably seen and heard quite a lot about the brand new OnePlus 6, which has just been announced internationally. Now that the company has held its big events in India and China as well, we have one more thing to show you. Let's get started. So the regular OnePlus 6 will be available in three finishes. This is the shiny, glossy mirror black, and there's also the matte finished midnight black and silk white, which also has a different texture of its own. But now there is a fourth option, or at least there will be for those who manage to grab it in time, and that is the very limited edition OnePlus 6 Marvel Avengers Special Edition. And here we have a rather fancy box. As you can see right on the front, there's a OnePlus logo and a Marvel copyright notice, and of course you have the giant Avengers logo right here. But that's not all. If you look closely, you'll see that the texture is OnePlus's famous carbon fiber texture, which it made famous with the covers that it released for several of its previous models. Around the sides of the box we have a few more logos, the OnePlus 6 name, and a little message for fans. A very interesting little detail that we see on the back is that this is known as carbon black, and that texture that we saw earlier will come into play again, and 256 GB. Now the regular OnePlus 6 was released in two variants, with 6 GB of RAM and 64 GB of storage, or 8 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage. And this is the only variant that will have 256 GB of storage. So if that's primarily what you want, this is your only option. So now we can go ahead and rip the shrink wrap off. There we go, that's our first look at the box. And here we have the phone itself. From the front, it looks like the other OnePlus 6 variants, but on the back, the first thing we see is that carbon fiber texture under the glass. This is still a glass back, just like the others. You can take that sticker off, and you can see the carbon fiber texture that a lot of people have really liked. So this is also available as a cover for the other models, but if you want this texture as part of the glass itself, this is your only option. And of course we have another Avengers logo right there. Another little touch is the bronze color of the alert slider here on the right. So that's the phone, identical to the regular OnePlus 6 in every other way. Buttons in the same place, ports, slots, cameras and fingerprint sensor, and of course the notch on the top of the screen. So we can turn that on. And while it is setting itself up, let's look at the box. Oh, okay, it opens like that. And of course we have the usual gigantic OnePlus Dash charger and a bright red USB Type-C cable. Here's a small letter to fans. The power of Avengers in Medals of Infinity. Okay, so here we have a little Easter egg, much like what OnePlus did with its Star Wars Special Edition OnePlus 5T last year. So again, OnePlus and Avengers logo. And on the back, we have Thor. Now, according to OnePlus, there will be multiple different versions of this with different Avengers, and you don't know what you're going to get in the box. So OnePlus calls this collectible, but it's highly unlikely that anybody will want to buy any number of these phones just to collect multiple badges. And of course, it will go out of stock fairly quickly. So no matter which Avenger you're a fan of, you're going to get one of these randomly in your box. Inside here, we have, of course, the SIM eject tool and some literature. Just the usual quick start guides and a couple of stickers, which fans would obviously love to get their hands on. But the much more interesting thing, of course, is this cover. This little snap-on cover with Iron Man's mask on the front and the back. So this, of course, will not be to everybody's taste. And this is what you get in the box with all of them. There aren't different characters for different boxes. So there you have it, OnePlus with cutouts for all the buttons. It's a pretty bulky, aggressive looking case. And it will snap on just like that. So there we have it, the Marvel Avengers Special Edition OnePlus 6 next to the mirror black regular OnePlus 6. The two phones are essentially identical other than the carbon fiber texture on the back of the Avengers Special Edition and of course the logo. And there's that bronze colored alert slider. And of course, internally, the main difference is that you get 256 GB of storage with this one, the Marvel Avengers Special Edition, whereas you have a choice of 64 or 128 GB with the standard one. So there we have it, the brand new Marvel Avengers Special Edition OnePlus 6 with a carbon fiber textured back and 256 GB of storage. Now, if you like the sight of it, you're going to have to act quickly because it's going to be a limited edition and it will most likely sell out as quickly as last year's OnePlus 5T Star Wars Special Edition. Thanks for watching. For all things tech and for much more detail about the OnePlus 6 launch, be sure to check us out at gadgets360.com.